Hello, hello Libra. Welcome to your June 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a Sun, Moon, or Rising Libra. And before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up and make sure you leave a comment if anything resonates with you. And follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing for more good stuff from me. Let me just say I am pulling back a little bit on these month's readings just because I have a lot of stuff going on this month. We will be back to normal next month, but regardless, I hope you enjoy these readings. And without further ado, let me lay this spread out, then we will get started. All right, people, let's do this. Let's get started with your oracle cards for the month. First thing, money. Find a way to abundance. Bear in mind, this is also shifting scarcity consciousness as a whole. It's not just money. It can be time, energy, any type of material resources. And I want to remind you, the external circumstances, whatever that may be, the economy, the government, whatever, that's not your source. That's not the source. The source is God, universe, divine source. That's actually where we want to go if we're looking to shed scarcity consciousness. Just so you know, you're welcome to stay in dependency on external circumstances. You can. That's totally your choice. No judgment. But if we're looking for the energetic framework of what you want to do in order to shift that out, you have to start looking at your source as being divine, whether that be for money or anything else that you desire. So money is a desire that the majority of us have because security, safety, and feeling protected, like we can be the highest expression of ourselves, is generally what people desire as a whole. I think that's what many people want, with few exceptions. Material work, material alignment is going to be big, and it's also going to be a great time to meditate, marinate on what you can really do to step into cultivating more abundance. That's going to be worthwhile. That's going to be worth your energy this month. So enjoy that. Allow yourself to receive. Do the work. Do the work on that, because it's just going to make a big difference, especially right now. And then we have joy is power. See, there's a lot of this coming up around, I say this all the time, I'm going to say it again, emotions, feelings are energetic currency. We know this. This is a very basic concept. And if you can harness that, it's going to take you to the next level. So enjoy this. Find your way to joy more often as you possibly can. It's no surprise that people push gratitude, push appreciation, push focusing on abundance and joy. It's not hokey or unreasonable, because these are the things that compound. Now, it's equally as important to shift the emotions out of the body, right? Implementing more of the somatic side of things, but consider that the emotional state is the energetic currency. That's what eventually transforms into the 3D, but it might take some time for that to happen. And then we have obsession. Notice what pulls you forward with great intensity. Evaluate your priorities before charging in with full force. Check in with your unconscious passion. Does it support you? Okay, so obsession energetically can be really powerful. It's just about how you wield it, how you use it. If obsession is spiraling out of control into all of the areas that you don't like, then you're going to have to audit that. For example, if you're obsessed with whatever, anything that just is like a black hole for energy, what comes to my mind is news. I talk shit about the news all the time. Yeah, I'm one of those. But it's not doing anything. Like, how much can possibly change? I know people who are watching news like 10 hours a day. How much can possibly change hour by hour. Like, what are you really going to learn more of? So audit your energy, audit what you're obsessed with. Is it helpful? Is it not? And then put your your obsession to good use, whatever that may be. Now, the central energy for you is the 10 of Cups. Ooh, okay. So this is lots of reasons to celebrate, lots of reasons to be grateful, experience joy. It seems like usually when I see the 10 of Cups, it's you need to pay attention to what's around you because things are better than they might seem, or they're actually better. Like, the reality could be better than the internal experience or perception, and you might be missing that, or maybe you're full force in that energy. So just keep that in mind. Let me be clear, if you are having a hard time or facing really intense challenges, this is not an attempt to invalidate that experience by any stretch of the imagination. No, no, no. This has more to do with the energetics of, like, become obsessed with joy, become obsessed with abundance, become obsessed with finding the silver lining as often as you possibly can. Find reasons to celebrate, appreciate, enjoy yourself. Like, double down on these things as much as you can. I think that actually is a really great strategy. If you're operating at a really low level, maybe you're doing a lot of processing, maybe you have a lot that's really energetically demanding where it's requiring more recharge time, there's nothing wrong with that. Make sure you self-evaluate, but this has more to do with in the moments where there is empty space, in the moments where you do have a little bit of vacancy, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Is it fear and chaos and destruction, or is there a subtle way to shift it? And the other thing that's coming through here really potently is the stairs. So not all of you are going to be here. You might be down here and just wanting to move up one tier, right? You might just be wanting to get a little bit more relief. And that's what I like about adjusting focus, is it's not necessarily about doing a 180. I talk about this all the time. Do not overcorrect. Do not flip into life is shit into everything is wonderful. You don't need to flip like that. This is about gradual incremental movement forward, movement to a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better as you go each step of the way, each moment by moment by moment, looking for that just a little way to provide relief and see what happens. What you have shifting out is the 5 of Cups, disappointment. Yeah, this is a major perspective shift. This is like a mindset change that you're having this month. I think this is going to be great for you no matter where you are, no matter what level you're at. It's like there's always a little tiny itty bitty incremental change that you can make, and that's actually what's going to be supportive the most. And the 5 of Cups is like reasons to be disappointed, but also it's about where your focus is. Again, that obsession card, what are you obsessed with? Where does your mind go over and over and over? And find perhaps a new direction to either move that into neutrality or move it into something that you do want to be focusing on. Either one of those options will be really effective. And then the oncoming energy is the Ace of Swords. This is inspired action, a new idea. This is an aha. So I'm getting that in June, there's probably going to be a download regarding what you can do next, or how you can make changes, what you can do differently, or what the right next step is for you. So every time the Ace of Swords comes up, I'm kind of like, get out a notebook and a pen, because you're going to be having the downloads and you need to pay attention to them. You need to pay attention to the realizations. You need to pay attention to the information that resonates with you so it can click, because that is what's happening. And whether it be abundance consciousness, or whether it be using obsession in a way that is helpful rather than harmful, whatever the case may be, the inspiration, the download is what's happening. And then what you need to know, Ace of Coins, there's more. There's always more. Remember your source, what your true source is. Why am I grabbing that deck? That's not the right deck. I'm going to clarify this, but this is pointing back to there's more than enough. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. That's what this is all about. And then to clarify, the High Priestess, oh man. Sometimes my readings are just so amazing that I don't even know what to say. The High Priestess, this is the energetics. You have to focus on the energetics. If you put too much of your faith in circumstances, you're going to feel like a victim constantly. And that I don't want you to stay there at all. I do not want you to stay in, I'm a victim of circumstance. That's a horrible way to live, right? Because then you're going to end up feeling like you're in a trap. And this is not a trap. Life is not a trap. I promise you, it doesn't have to be that way. Even if you're experiencing that. So the High Priestess is saying, fall back into energetics, fall back into abundance, remember what your actual source is, and focus on incremental changes, not quantum leaps. That is going to be helpful as well. And it's also about observing yourself, observing the stories, observing the feelings, and giving yourself gentle internal redirection. It doesn't need to be anything major. You don't need to perform a ceremony. There's nothing that needs to be radically implemented. This is subtle. This is subtle, this is energetic, this is internal, this is perspective. This is about shaping your internal constructs in a direction that you want them to go, rather than, again, like, I never, ever, ever want people to stay in a victim consciousness, because that will just compound more reasons to believe and affirm the victim consciousness. And so in order to liberate yourself from that, you have to start looking elsewhere and remember what the actual source is so that you can break out of that. The other thing is that's coming up is kind of like, put your money where your mouth is. Consider where you're putting your energetic currency when it comes to your attention, your focus, right? The High Priestess, the obsession energy, as well as what you're materially investing in. What you are putting money into is where things are going to grow. Now, I'm not going to do a 3-card pick, but I am going to just pull a card. You're welcome to ask a question or ask for guidance or just keep it general, whatever it is that you're needing. And here we go. 8 of Pentacles. This is something that requires application again and again and again. It's a practice. This is a practice. This is not something that happens overnight. And as I said, the tiers are different. You're all going to be on different tiers and in different levels, none of which are wrong. It's your unique earth experience in this lifetime. And in order to transform your relationship to the material world, which is what seems like is happening, you're getting downloads on the material world and finding reasons to celebrate. Or maybe there's something really exciting happening this month. That could also be the 10 of Cups. But the 8 of Pentacles is saying, keep applying your energy to it. It's encouraging you to not stop. Don't throw in the towel or give up. It's a time to invest more of your energy in what you're transforming or what you desire. And it seems like a lot of that is coming up materially for you. It has to do with like quality of life, what you can see, feel, smell, and touch. That is going to be the name of the game for you. Don't stop. Don't stop doing the work. Don't. Whatever the case may be, whatever you're applying yourself to, don't stop. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I really appreciate your being here. And just so you know, I do have a tarot class that will be launching soon. So if you would like an update on that, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description box below. And you get a free Dealing with Family meditation when you sign up, along with weekly readings from me. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one or find out more ways to work with me, make sure that you head over to onyxhealing.com. Check me out on Instagram at onyxhealing. And if you would like to know which decks I used in this month's reading, make sure that you check out the description box as well. They are all listed out for you. And make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up and a comment if anything resonates. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.